Oh, it's way down there.
Yeah, so a lot of these cars, it's either down here on some of the older or newer ones, it's down here below your plastic valence.
Oh, that's plastic down there.
No, and like this, it's like 78, they switched over to a plastic front end. I don't know if you ever seen, they have like the big bumpers. So I don't know if you remember, did you ever see the movie Transformers?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you remember the old yellow Camaro.
Yeah.
That's like the same generation from 70 to 81 they made these, but it had a much bigger front bumper on it. It's like for 74, it's called like 5-mile-an-hour crash test bumpers.
Oh, okay.
And if you look at it, it's not the best looking car. It's actually pretty ugly. So they did like a big plastic front section on it. We moved that up there. Yeah,
and this is a 71, you said?
70.
70.
Yeah.
Okay.
I still got to get a shroud on here, so hopefully it's not overheating bad. But
Well, GM had the right idea with side tanks, as opposed to all the Fords, which weren't.
yeah. So it originally had like a 396. Or a 402 is what because they boarded out a little bit. So a 402 cubic inch or a 6.6 liter. And they had that until 72. Then because of like emissions and compression and like insurance stuff, they had to basically drop all big block options. So the guy took this car, came with 307. That was, he bought it with a bad motor, swapped in a 350 with a Doug Nash 5-speed.
Okay.
That's starting to spin, that's not good.
Uh-oh. Do you need to tighten it some?
Yeah, shit. I think I just actually had the alternator rebuilt. So is that?
Do you have tools on you? Or?
Yeah, no, I have a couple adjustable wrenches on me in case.
Okay.
The belt's not flipping too bad, but
I have some ratcheting wrenches, but they're all metric.
yeah. So yeah, this guy pulled a 427.
Wow, that is loose.
Yeah, I didn't put it on tight enough. Yeah, it's flipped before, and once belts flip, they kind of have a memory, so they flip again.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't put that on correctly. Yeah, just because the alternator and the voltage regulator haven't been charging the car. So I went out like a week ago and had it rebuilt. This rebuilt, and I got a new voltage regulator, and I put this on last minute. I've been working late every night this week, so I didn't get a chance to go out and do like some test drives in it.
Well, I guess you were making power all the way here. I know it with the Falcon, and I know it with everything else. If you own a classic car, you never stop repairing it.
Oh my gosh.
After an RCR, people say, I want to buy a classic car, and I'm like, no you don't. Although I made the point in a previous video, and this is flashing forward a bit, that we had a Carmen Ghia.
Okay.
And I said, you know, that's all it looks sexy, and it's all Volkswagen parts. And there's no radiator, no anything. So starting with something like that may be easier. And probably with me, starting with a Volkswagen Bug would have been the easiest thing to do.
That Bruce Henn, from what I read online, he's a pretty good mechanic though, right?
He's a genius, yeah. Well, in the middle of this video, the alternator belt snapped. So this video is going to have to take a little break while we fix it, or find a new one. Well, yeah, you don't fix a belt, you find a new one.
And this is like a real structural, integral part of the car, and oftentimes you see cracking there if the car's not rigid. Like this happened years ago, and since then I put in some different bolts. So this is like.
So what connects this to this so-called B pillar here?
Yep. So you have your roof that's connected to your front A pillars and your firewall. And you have your back quarter panel that's connected to your trunk pan, connected up here. And then they actually took like a physical plate and welded it in right here from the factory. And then sometimes put like a Bondo on it, and then through time, because it flexes, because it really is actually 3 different pieces of metal, even though it welded together, it does have like cracking right here. So if you'd sand this down, you'd have these cracks that would fall along the body lines, which is real common among these second-gen cars. So any like 70 to 81 Firebird or Camaro.
All right, so what is it, torque to the rear wheels?
About 475, and then probably a little bit of drivetrain loss to it. But.
All right, and now we're gonna drive this in the rain. I'm definitely thinking this review is gonna have to be 2 parts so we can have a day when it's safe.
Okay.
This may be the last thing we do here. We'll see what we can do the rest of the day in the rain.
Gotcha.
Got to remember that that's my hat.
Gotcha.
Unlike the Falcon, you have seat belts.
Yeah, in 72 they went to the shoulder belts, and I eventually want to put those in if I keep the car that long.
Okay, so before I set off, let's go over this B&M. You're way taller than me. Does this seat move?
Yeah, she's a little thing on the front or the side right next to your seatbelt. There.
Yeah, that's good.
A little way skinnier waist.
Okay, so pull up all the way back, and that is in drive, or is that 2?
That's drive, yeah. And for right now, yeah, just leave it like that, and then you can pop it back and forth. And that's park, drive. Yep.
And reverse, if I need it, is just 1 click.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Now, before we go out, give it a little bit of gas to get the back wheels to spin a little bit, because you kind of have to know just how much torque that you're dealing with in it. Now, it's not a fast car, just the amount of low-end torque and where it kicks in. It's kind of scary.
Okie doke. Yeah. Well, we got an empty parking lot here, so we're good.
Yep.
Tiny GM key. They love these little keys to death.
Yep, it's a brake.
On brake?
Yep.
Okay, the entire car shakes. This is shaking, that's shaking. And we're in drive. My lights are out here.
Yep. And headlights is 1 notch over. Wiper blades. Yeah, in case you need them. You can see if I am.
Okay. This power steering is really nice.
Yeah, it is a.
Is it a traditional torque converter, or is it it stalls at?
It stalls at like 2800, so a little higher than stock.
Okay, and I have no tag, so I don't know where that is. Already, I'm liking this though.
Yeah, it actually rolls nice. Rolls nice. For these videos, you want me to just like be quiet?
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah. So just slow down right here. Just stop a little bit.
Yep.
You're not trying to just have fun here, but you have to almost get used to how much power. So just give it like a little bit of throttle as if you're going to peel out.
Okay.
Yeah, just to break the tires.
Yeah. Brake. Oh, brakes. Not. I will say I think the Falcon has better brakes than these. There was the rear. There it was.
So you kind of have to be cautious just how like terrifying it is.
Okay, which would you rather me do, highway or back roads?
Probably highway.
All right, turn in highway.
Yeah, sometimes the signals don't work, so I'll signal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this window got to be up for sound.
I wonder how much we're actually going to hear with this thing.
Be careful with the telephone.
Be careful with what?
Be careful with the telephone poles. Those don't move too well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a bit of slop in the front end.
Yeah.
Okay, no one comment, taking it super easy. Here we go. Where's second gear? Come on, second gear. Second gear, any day now, second gear.
This is second.
Oh, that was second.
Yeah. So it might have been third.
That might have been, really?
Yeah, shits out quick.
Huh.
It's like based off the vacuum of the engine. Only when you're really getting into it does it stick in first or second. I mean, you can adjust it, but...
So instead of having a throttle valve within the transmission, it goes off the engine. That's...
Yes, I'm not entirely 100% sure, but a lot of it is based off of your intake manifold pressure where it shifts. And you can set it on the side of the transmission. You can set it so it shifts higher if you'd like.
Huh.
Yeah.
Horn work?
Yeah. Pretty quiet though.
Yeah, compared to the rest of the car.
Remember your
that speedo is not correct.
Yeah, it's about 25% lower than that.
Yeah.
Originally it had 456 gears and these are 331s.
Yeah.
So that's what the old speedo was set for.
Alright.
That's from a way previous owner.
Right. Yeah, this is well aware of this rain.